by Bishop Dag Heward-Mills Ministries. Discover how God can change your life forever.
It shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house, in other words, the church, will be established in the top of the mountains. That means that it will be very high and great. All right? Visible. Shall be exalted. And all nations shall flow unto it. So God is going to use his church, make his church so great, but the greatness of the church will be seen in the fact that the nations of the world flow into the church. If the nations of the world are flowing out of the church into other religions, there is something wrong. And we can never call ourselves an established church unless the nations are flowing into the church. The church in America is not established until the nations. We need to have totally Hispanic churches, lighthouses. You see, this church will not be established in America. There will be Americans, real Americans, people who can stand for president in the church. Just to simplify the definition of an American, people who can stand for elections. Can you stand for elections? No. There are some qualifications you don't have. You be like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You see that you are not so long in America. You get it? That you cannot become the president. Yeah. So all the nations within America will flow into the church here. And the same way, worldwide, all nations must flow into the church. So the church must be concerned about the nations. That's what I'm saying, that it is easy for us to end our work as a church by being happy with ourselves and content. You know, every time I land in America, I see how you people are so content with yourselves. I see that when I arrive at the airport. Because the nation is so great, so vast, so different from other countries in the world, that it explains why America has taken upon itself to be a policeman, a international policeman of the world. Yes, world police. Everywhere is a policeman. And no wonder a lot of people hate America so much. Because he has taken upon himself to be an international policeman. If there's fighting in Syria, Liberia, Ethiopia, anywhere, Mali, you are also there. Joining in the confusion there. Hey! But it is when you come here that you will understand why America does something like that. Because when you come here, you see that aeroplanes are like buses. Aeroplanes are like buses. The things that are being done in the country are so advanced compared to other places. Yeah. If you land at the airport in Gambia, or you land at the airport in Dakar, or at the airport of Conakry, or at the airport of Accra, you will understand how America is a very great country. Very, very, very great. Are you listening to me? And therefore, you'll understand why most people who live in America are myopic to the highest degree. Short-sighted and with a tunnel vision, as though they have glaucoma. Yes. See, when you have glaucoma, you will be seeing normally. But what is affected is your visual fields. The field around which you can see changes and it becomes less. But you will be seeing normal. So you will not know that you have a problem. And it's getting smaller. So when you are here, you can easily be so narrow-minded about everything. There's no time even to have news. It's when you come here and you go to an airport, an American airport, and you see a plane like KLM or British Airways. You see that it's an unusual plane that is parked on the tarmac. Very strange. Because every other place, American Air, US Air, this, whatever, KLM is like it's like, what are you doing here even? What is KLM? You are a small fry. And if you go to other parts of the world, it's also different. So the point that I'm trying to make is that if you live here, I will not be surprised if the nations of the world mean nothing to you. And even where you came from means nothing to you. And it happens to normal Americans, and it happens to lighthouse Americans. This is the only church from where I have not got even one missionary. Yeah. Here, I have got missionaries from South Africa, missionaries from England, missionaries from Ghana, missionaries from Kenya, all over, except America. Yeah. Maybe one, if I think about it. Yeah. It's true. When I see you, I don't sense in you any need to go anywhere. That's true. Yeah. I don't sense any need in you to go anywhere or do anything. All that you have is a need to just get more things. And that scripture is being fulfilled. That you are not eating the good of the land. You are here, but you are not getting the good part of the land. The good part of the land is there, but you are not included in it. It's true. Because in every nation, there are people who eat the good of that land. So if the church is going to be established, then we must take up the challenge that the church should become great and mighty, both in America and in the whole world. The nations of the world must come into the church. All nations, read it, all nations shall flow unto it. It's a prophecy of Isaiah. Are you there? Are you still around?